Hey everybody, I'm Todd and this is Sweet Tea Guitars. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel. Welcome to the Great Guitar Build Off 2023 and my scratch build entry. Alright you guys, we left off in the last Ceres Theta video. I had gotten my neck carved. We're sanded up to 320. My fretboard's also sanded up to 320. We got our fret markers in, our side dots in, our headstocks finalized with the logo burned into it. I got to get on it, you guys. I got like 3 weeks left until the deadline. So let's not waste any time. Let's jump straight into this and I'll tell you guys what I've done so far. I've gone around the edge of this template with the Sharpie and drawn in my shape. So that's the position that I'm after right there. I'm going to clamp this template down. We'll punch in these two alignment positions right here. That looks good. We'll check this end. That looks good as well. Let's take a 1/4 inch center punch pin. I can pop this template off. We'll hop over to the drill press, drill in those two 1/4 inch holes, and I'll drive a pin down in there. There we go. So I got these two holes drilled in. One down here, one up here. Let's grab some 1/4 inch dowel material and we'll clip us a piece off here. Sometimes they'll fit down in there snugly and you won't need any glue, and it feels like that's the case this time. So we'll take our neck pocket template, slide it down on here. Let's take a 0.9mm pencil so we've got a nice discernible line and draw out where this neck pocket's going to fall. There we go. Now let's take a measurement from the end of our neck pocket to our scale length line. 161 millimeters. I want a total neck pocket depth of 21 millimeters. That is going to sink my neck down into that pocket so it's barely allowing these brass tube inlays on the side of my fretboard to be slightly above the surface. About 1 millimeter is all I want. Right now, all I'm concerned about is the neck pocket. Just that one layer of 3M vinyl tape around the inside of that neck pocket, that's going to assure us that we get a nice tight fit down in that pocket. I only went deep enough on my Forstner bit so I know that the router bit can clean up the points from the Forstner bit. I want a nice clean neck pocket bottom when we're done. So let's get this going. That is beautiful. I love this part. I do, because everything starts coming together. Things start taking shape now. And I love that. Let's pop this template off and I'll show you guys this neck pocket. There we go. Nice clean bottom, clean sides. 648 millimeters is generally the measurement I use for a 25.5 inch scale. Knowing this is a Floyd Rose and taking the advice of my brother Gio, we're going to carry this about 1 millimeter past that measurement, and I'll go to 649. I'm going to draw myself a line across here, just a small line for now. Now let's double check that. 161 millimeters from my neck pocket end. That is perfect. What I did was ran a ruler down this side of my neck, held it flush with the side of my fretboard, locked the ruler down, and I drew a line. I did the same thing on this side, like this. I took my protractor, placed it to where I was getting the same reading on my center finding part of the protractor. on each side of the center line. It's dead on my joint. That's killer. I could not ask for it to be any better than that. I almost feel like I want to use a single coil spaced humbucker on this guitar. Right there with that single coil route. We can mark out where our humbucker is going to go. And that's going to be about right there. There's our pickup placement. So here's the neck pickup I'm planning on using. This is the DiMarzio Fast Track. And I'm also going to use a DiMarzio Steve Special for the bridge pickup. These two pickups work really well together. We'll use a hand drill for this hog out procedure. I'm just going to set the depth just like this. There we go. Let's get some tape laid down. Let's burnish it. We don't need much super glue either. That should be plenty. I want a 3/4 inch depth of cut here. Let's get it done, you guys. Okay. .21 millimeters, that's perfect. Pickup routes, neck pocket, done. I've taken the time to get our Floyd Rose routing system figured out. The way Steve at Maximum Guitar Works has designed this template, it's got inserts that are wedge fit down inside of here. So there's 3 different inserts for this. There's a scribe center line. I've got template number 1 in there now. It says route that at 0.35 inches deep. I've done the math. That's a little over 8 millimeters, so I'm going to shoot for an 8 millimeter recess. I'm using a 1/4 inch depth of cut, 3/8 inch diameter pattern router bit, and then on our mass block pass-through we'll switch over and use a 1/2 inch diameter and a much longer bit. Enough of me talking, you guys. Let's get this done. We're right at 8 millimeters deep. All right, you guys, let's get this second route done. We need to carry this depth up to 13 millimeters deep. That looks good. All right, let's pull this template out, or this insert out. Oh yeah, we're at about 13.2, which I'm fine with that because we've still got to sand this thing. Template number 3. Nice clean route down in there. It's looking really, really good. All right, it's time to put that template back on and get that mass block pass-through route done. I've switched over to a 1 inch depth of cut bit. We're gonna get after this, you guys. Let's go. So down inside there, I'm gonna drill a hole large enough for that router bit to go through it. So we'll probably use like a 12 millimeter drill bit. Let's do this. All right, you guys, that's what I was talking about doing right there. Now we don't have to guess at the alignment on this thing. Everything's like there for us already. All right, you guys, I'm all set up to get the spring cavity routed now. So let's get this done real quick. I need to cut the entire cavity to 3/4 of an inch deep, and then the back part that's behind the mass block pass-through needs to go to 1.06 according to the template. There we go. Now all I need to do at this point is to attach the cavity that I used to cut a shelf. We're almost done with this part. This shouldn't take long at all. All right, we'll pop this template off and take a look at this thing. Nice and clean. I mean, basically perfect. I need to route the slot in to be able to house my truss rod nut. We're at about 6 millimeters off the bottom of our heel. This slot needs to be about 16 millimeters deep. That'll give me nice clearance. And I've got this template here for Maximum Guitar Works that allows for that slot to be cut. So let's get this done real quick. This should go really fast. We are exactly at 16 millimeters, so that's perfect. All right, I've got room to adjust my truss rod nut that way. I wanted to also make certain that I can adjust the truss rod nut out. So I used 11 millimeters as the measurement from the end of the neck pocket to the end of our slot here. And that should give us just about 1.5 mils, 2 mils of space beyond that. And that's exactly what we've got. I'm really impressed with what I've been able to get done tonight, you guys. Tomorrow, this thing's gonna start to look like a guitar, and I am excited as hell about it. I really am. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for dropping by the channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, you guys. I'm trying to grow the channel. Check out the Sweet Tea merch store as well. There's a link down below. Get yourself a Sweet Tea t-shirt. All right, you guys, we're back in the shop. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon here in the South. Let's get right back to work on the Ceres Theta, you guys. So last night, I filled these burl inclusions with some black super glue. This is nice and dry. I did not use any activator on it. Okay, so there's where I want my volume knob to be. That should give me plenty of room. All right, roughly there's my cavity. I think we're gonna cut this body shape out before we start routing on that. I think that's the smart way to do this. All right, let's make some dust. All right, you guys, there she is, the beginning of what will become the new Ceres Theta. So I got to jump over to the spindle sander and work out the perimeter shape of this thing. So on this lower horn right here, I need to bring that cutaway down into the body a little bit more so it's even with my 24th fret. And I've marked a line right there that lets me know where my 24th fret falls. So I'm just going to work out this shape. And then we'll cut some of this out with the bandsaw so I don't have to do so much work on the spindle sander. So that's the kind of shape I'm after right there. Just bring that cutaway down into there a little bit, which is also going to give this horn a longer and more slender appearance. So I've made that cut, and I like that better. I think we're going to be all right. Now we can go back to the spindle sander and finalize this shape right here. I am super happy with it. It's a little longer than it was before, no wider, it's slender, it's light. So let's take a look at this thing with the neck in it. You guys will get the first look. Nice tight neck pocket. So here we go, you guys. First look at the Ceres Theta Plan B. I am digging this thing, you guys. I am really happy with how this has turned out so far. We need to get sanding on this body. But before we can do that, I need to route this rear control cavity. We'll burnish that down so we got a nice solid surface to ride on. I'm going to go hog out this material out of this cavity. I won't film this part. You guys don't need to see me hog out material. I'll be right back. I'm going to go ahead and route this cavity to depth as far as the shelf goes. I need that shelf to be 8 millimeters deep. All right, we're dead on 8 millimeters. I'm happy with that. Okay. Here we go. All right, you guys, let's get these cavity covers made. So I'm just going to take some masking tape. All right, there's that one. Cavity covers. Done. Done and nice even. I think it's time we started to do some body carving on this thing. I want to get a belly carve cut back here. I want a bevel carve around this edge right here. And I want a small relief here, mainly on the back this time though. I don't want to run into issues with it eating up into my pickup cavity. I think I just want to follow the natural flow of the body. I'm not going to mark the side off yet. We'll wait and see what it feels like to us. Let's take our handheld drum sander. Let's look at this. The Shinto marks are gone. And we've got a belly carve already. Now, I want to clamp here. We're going to relief carve that cutaway. There's where we are right now. I've got a relief carve starting to happen right there. I don't want to go much further than that till we start fitting the neck. We're going to take care of this carve right here, the forearm contour carve. not over the top on that bevel. We'll start cutting this. I want a little reveal. There we go. Now, let's work on this hook. We're going to keep that as shallow as possible, though. I don't want a big wide carve right there. I never did on that first one. I don't want a bunch of reveal. I just want to be able to barely see that peeking out from under there like that. At this point, I've got all the bevels cut into this guitar. All my carving's done for the most part. We do need to finalize that neck hill. We're going to take care of that in the next video. I'm also going to get this entire guitar sanded up to 320. We'll get the stain put on here. I'll get that chrome laid on the bevel. 3 more videos. The next one will be all this final sanding, getting this thing ready for finish, getting the stain applied. The video after that will be actually applying the finish to this guitar, at least the clear coat, buffing this thing up to gloss, getting the frets put in the neck. The third video will be setup, assembly, and a sound demo. And then I'll be done with this thing, you guys. I have made killer time on this thing, and I have to say once again, thank you so much for all your support, you guys. Some of the comments you guys leave for me serve as such an inspiration for me to just strive to be my best, and I can't tell you what that means to me. I really do appreciate it, you guys. Thank you so much. Don't forget to head over to Gio's channel and check out his latest build, which is the Canary and Olive Wood build. That guitar is absolutely stunning. Gio did a fantastic job. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell here on my channel so you can stay up to date as I release these next 3 videos that will bring us to completion on the Ceres Theta Plan B and every other thing I got planned for the winter. I'll see you guys in the next video, and as always, peace and love.